50 NYPD officers rallied for racist Kaepernick, but a camera caught their dirty little secret. Every time I see on the news about Kaepernick, I cringe. Why? Because 1. The disrespect he gave to the good people of the United States who love their country by taking a knee during the national anthem being sung prior to the football game. 2. I am a veteran who served in the United States Army for over 13 years, with 2 deployments under my belt and fought for freedom. True, Kaepernick has the freedom of speech to take a stand for what he believes in, but there is a time and place for politics. A national football game is not the place for it. Think of all the American families that go the game to see football. Families who love their country, even with the flaws of our past but still acknowledges our successes. Think of the Americans who have lost loved ones on the battlefield who fought for the freedoms that we hold dear. Just because you have the freedom to be a jerk, doesn't mean you should be one. The American people paid their hard-earned money to see a game and enjoy time with their family and friends. I am also disappointed with the NYPD showing support for this. Look, America does have a past to be shameful of, but how can this country move on if all we do is only remember the past? Instead of taking a knee and offending many Americans, why not set up discussions and boards and let's talk about the song itself or how we can improve on race relations. The NYPD is supposed to be a professional organization where it should not get involved in politics. Again, there is always a time and a place for politics, and people should be more considerate of others instead of thinking only of themselves before taking a political stand. Another point. The officers who rallied for Kaepernick were all black save for the famous Italian-American NYPD whistleblower, Frank Serpico. Where are all the white police officers? So much for diversity. And liberals are saying this is some huge victory. Doesn't sound like a victory to me. But what can we do? This is the America Obama left us with. Divided more than ever. Here you can see those in attendance giving the Black Power salute for Kaepernick. Via New York Daily News. Because Kaepernick took a knee, these cops have his back. Law enforcers past and present turned out Saturday in a show of support for the controversial NFL quarterback, whose public stance against racism and police violence preceded his current unemployment. What Kaepernick did was try to bring awareness that this nation unfortunately has ignored for far too long, said NYPD Sergeant Edwin Raymond, who helped organize the Brooklyn event. And that it's the issue of racism in America and policing in America. We decided to gather here today because of the way he's being railroaded for speaking the obvious truth. Kaepernick, 29, finds himself without an NFL job so far this year after he began kneeling during the national anthem before games last season. Supporters insist the quarterback was blackballed over his politics. Dozens of NYPD officers join Raymond in wearing black shirts with a logo #We Stand with Cop. City Council member Jermaine Williams opted for a red Kaepernick jersey. Near the end of the rally, all involved raised their fists and took a synchronized knee in support of the one-time San Francisco starter. Veteran quarterback Kaepernick remains unsigned after opting out of his contract with the 49ers, even after announcing he would stand for the anthem this year. Current NFL players both black and white showed their backing of the polarizing player during exhibition games this year. Philadelphia Eagles safety Malcolm Jenkins, an African-American, raised his fist during the Star-Spangled Banner last week as white teammate Chris Long stood with an arm wrapped around him. The assembled police officers were joined by other Kaepernick backers just 3 weeks before the kickoff of the new NFL season. The fact that this man is no longer in the NFL has nothing to do with stats on the football field, but for taking a knee and pointing out some of the flaws that have been tormenting people of color in this country for decades, said Darius Gordon of the Justice League NYC. Speaker Stanley Fritz of Citizen Action of New York echoed the suggestion that Kaepernick was barred over his politics. Colin took a knee because so many black and brown bodies have seen violence put against them with no repercussions, said Fritz. And because of that, despite of his obvious ability to play on the field, he's being blocked from joining a team. legendary night whistleblower Frank Serpico returned to his native borough to add his voice in backing Kaepernick. "I am here to support anyone who has the courage to stand up against injustice and oppression anywhere in this country and the world," said the 81-year-old former detective. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.